Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, we know this does not work. Let's get open for business this Saturday morning. And apparently, I did sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, knowing that we can kick back and relax this weekend. How good is it that the Cowboys get the biggest win of the season thus far for them? And then you have 10 days until you face the Eagles. The Eagles and the Redskins tomorrow facing off at 425 is going to be a dogfight because both of them are playing for their playoff lives. At the moment, the Redskins are in the wild card spot, but they can't lose another game because you got Colt McCoy, you got 5 games left. You may need to win 3 minimum, if not 4 of them to get that wild card spot. Maybe even run the table. So you know that's huge for the Washington Redskins. On the other side of the fence, you've got the Philadelphia Eagles, who right now are staring down at one of the worst follow-up years after winning the Super Bowl. Their playoff lives are at stake right now. There is no tomorrow for them as well. So it's time to either shit or get off the toilet, excuse my language. But that literally is how it is right now. So that's a huge game. The great thing is after that blood and guts performance, that hard hitting, and I mean, I felt some of those hits, it was so bad. They have this weekend off to recover. And the great thing is we've got 4 games left. And we're going to start getting people back. Sean Lee should be back into the fold and practice next week. It's hard to go ahead and say, let's take Van Der Esch off the field, but to know that you've got Jalen Smith, you've got Sean Lee, and you've got Van Der Esch right there, you already had arguably the best linebacking core in the NFL. Now you've got a soldier who, when healthy, is one of the best linebackers out there. And that's what you want to have from here on forward to the playoffs. If it ends up being that Sean Lee can stay healthy through the end of the season and the Cowboys make the playoffs, you're going to need a Sean Lee. So there's so many of you guys out there that are saying, oh, we should cut him. Oh, forget him. We don't want, no. You do not give up on a soldier like Sean Lee. And Sean Lee, healthy back if we make the playoffs, would be huge. God, that'd be huge. Tyron Smith. Before the game, they were talking about Tyron being a game time decision. And to me, in my mind, it was this. If he is that close to making it or not making it, at this point, you have to look at the season in entirety. One game is not the be-all. Believe me, you want to win that game. But if you win that game at the cost of losing Tyron Smith longer in the season, it wouldn't be worth it. Because one game of him playing against the Saints does not equal 4 games down the stretch and possibly playoffs. So letting him rest last week or Thursday, letting him get some more time this week, I think is actually going to pay off for the rest of the season. Tavon Austin, he should be back into the fold as well, coming back with his injury. So you start seeing him, although his role will probably be reduced quite significantly because you now see that Michael Gallup is developing. Michael Gallup had a breakout game last week. You see he's a deep threat. You've got Amari Cooper, who, I may sound crazy in this. If you see Michael Gallup continue to stretch the field and become a deep threat, you may want to look at Amari Cooper being more in the slot, or at least moving that around just to give different looks, because he can catch the ball in traffic like nobody's business, as he proved the week before. And Michael Gallup has got some speed and moves that can get deep. We just need Dak to get better with that connection. And this, in essence, is like a bye week. This gets you extra time to rest up and also do a whole lot of work. Because when you think about Amari Cooper coming in after the bye week, you really just did not have time to really practice and do stuff. Because in the NFL, they don't really practice during the season. There's only 11 padded practices, and by week 11, they have to be done. So guess what, guys? There are no more padded practices throughout. So you don't have an opportunity to work full speed, and that's the problem you have as a quarterback. It's one thing doing a walkthrough. It's another thing when you've got guys that are coming at you live, and you've got to make that pass. He's got to make that move. Your adrenaline and everything else. You need time to develop. And this week is a time to kind of work and start fine-tuning these things. I feel good about the Dallas Cowboys. Defense has been consistent all season long. They're beginning to get turnovers, which is something they didn't get before because turnovers are game changers. I'm seeing the offense progress, but we still have a lot to do. The offensive line has got to get healthy, and they have got to get better. Given up 45 sacks on the season. This is a time to hopefully get Tyron Smith back. This is a time hopefully Zach Martin, who was open playing lights out on 1.5 legs, gets that knee a little healthier. This is a time for Xavier to learn the book a little bit, or maybe even Connor Williams starts getting worked back into the mix somehow. This is a time now for Lyle Collins to work on those holds and that first step, now that we've gotten rid of Paul Alexander. So this is a time to get things right for a final push. And I couldn't be any more excited than I am right now. So that's where we are, guys. So much to do. Oh, don't let me forget. Next weekend at this time, I will be landing in Big D. 2 to 4, we have an autograph signing with the original 88, Drew Pearson. Got to get this autograph so I can add it to the collection over there of my other Cowboy greats. As well as, I'm not sure which 3 players it's going to be from the Cowboys, but 3 current players will be there as well. I believe it's at Lava Cantina. So if you're interested in being part of that, go to Cowboys Experience website and give them a call. And definitely, I know Miss Jackie's going to be there. I know Miss Sarah's going to be there. I know Law Nation and Vosh Lombardi. I know Tyson's going to be there. I know Michael Anthony Fitness is going to be there. And I know Joe Boo is going to be in the house as well. And then we'll be at the game. And we are going to be doing some live streams all over the place. We are going to try and cover this game like nobody's business. And hopefully our Cowboys come away with a big victory. So I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys. And I want to thank you guys as always for all of your support, because I could not do this without you. And I've got some work I got to go do. So I will see you guys soon.